Hello, car bloke, Billy Smith. Sorry for that creaking, that's my chair, it's a bit old. But anyway, after. Sorry that this has taken so long, but finally it's here, my review of Hill Climb Racing. This is a game which I really enjoy personally, partly because of sentimental reasons. I've played this since I was about 5. It was one of the first car games that I ever played, I think. And I used to play it on my mum's phone. I've recently re-downloaded it, and I thought, actually, this is quite cool. I think I could do a review of this. So I have. Anyway, uh, this is me playing. Obviously, as you can tell, it's not too hard. Controls are fairly basic. Brake, gas. You do have to know. Sorry about that. You do have to know when to do each, and it does affect it when it's in mid-air. Oddly enough, that's not a particularly realistic part. But I mean, it makes it a bit more fun because when you jump, having the ability to flip in mid-air, it does make it a bit easier. You can flip in mid-air, and it's quite fun when you do that. Not especially realistic. This car, in particular, is quite good. I like it because it's got a roof, and not all the cars have that. And if it has a roof, then you can do stuff like this, flip, and if I did that like this with no roof, then basically I would be dead. As you can see in approximately 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There you go, I'm dead. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video. Now let's get into the details. This is the first stage, Countryside, my favourite car, the trophy truck. Very bouncy suspension. One problem that I've already found with the game is the noise is very consistent. There's no gear change or anything. It's just even when you're braking, because that counts as reverse. This is quite a nice stage. The setting is quite nice because, well, it's the first one and it's fairly standard. Standard gravity. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But yeah, it's not too bad. Nice and bumpy, so you can get some good airtime. Anyway, here we go, and this is where I die. That neck crunch sound, I'm not sure if you could hear it, but it's quite graphic. It just goes a bit like, which I feel is a bit unnecessary part of the game, but you know. So this is the trophy truck in its natural environment in the desert. This is quite a hilly terrain, but I enjoy it. I don't use it that much though. It's not one of my favourites, but it's not too bad. It's one of the ones that has bridges, which are good for getting some nice air, because they kind of bend, and when you get off, you can get a nice slingshot. One thing I would say, if you want to get coins, then you have to use the brakes quite a lot, because going up hills, especially with this car, it does have a tendency to kind of fly off. So, like I just did there, you need to kind of stop the car and then roll it down the hill gently. Yeah, this one's definitely got some of the steeper hills. It's one where you're likely to die from, where you're likely to not finish because you couldn't get up a hill, or you wasted all your fuel trying to get up a hill. Unlike other ones which just take forever to get to fuel and whatnot. This one is specifically hills, as you'll see in a minute. It's quite hard to necessarily describe it compared to the other ones because it's fairly similar. It's a little bit more bumpy, I would say, rather than being a flat terrain with some hills. It's a bumpy terrain, if you see what I mean. The suspension's working overtime on this on the trophy truck. Yeah, this is a hard hill to climb. You need to get a good run up, like I'm trying to do here. But sometimes, if the momentum's just not there, you can't really get it. At that point, I thought I was gone, but as it turns out, no. I got a backflip, 1,000 coins. lucky me. There, I thought I was so sure that I was done, and then I ran out of fuel and flipped, and there we go. But yeah, it gives you the opportunity to share it, and you can see all the stats from your previous one. You can see what I've upgraded. Yeah, suspension, tyres, and everything. These are all the cars. You can scroll through and choose what car you want to use. The one that you start on is obviously the first one. That's the most expensive one that I've got so far. I've not unlocked all of them, obviously. And obviously on different cars I've got different amounts of tuning. Commercials, that's the only thing. But yeah, it's the same situation for the stages as well, for the terrains that you're in. You have the same sort of setup. Anyway, this is the Hippie Van in the Arctic. The Hippie Van is a very different car to the Trophy Truck because it has virtually no power, but it's got amazing torque and grip. So unlike the Trophy Truck, which would either jump over a hill or get stuck on it, this van, this Hippie Van, as it's called, I think it's a Volkswagen Transporter, that's what it looks like, will just power up the hill. It just won't stop, and you barely need to take your foot, your thumb, I suppose, off the gas pedal. It'll just keep on going, as you've kind of been able to see that it keeps on going, and I think it's 4-wheel drive, unlike the Trophy Truck, which was kind of 70% rear wheel drive and 30 maybe on the front. This is a much more even split. I would say it's more dominant to the front, which isn't actually a bad thing, because I would say it's about 60-40 to the front, which means that it doesn't do wheelies as much or anything. It just kind of goes up the hill. Look, this is a display of its grip. Look at that. With the other one, it would be jumping up and down, going upside down and everything. This is just very nice. And another one with a roof. Look at that grip. I mean, look at that. It just keeps going. Yeah, it's another one with a roof. So, as you've seen, it's got another chance if you fall. This hill was its downfall. It's not got endless torque, as you can see. There is a point to up to which it will grip, but that was just a bit too steep, as it turns out. So yeah, I ran out of fuel. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. Overall, I really like this game. I enjoy the music to it. I'm not sure if you can hear it very well, but it's quite funky. But yeah, this is a nice game, and I think that while it's not necessarily specific cars and everything, if you're interested in it being specifically accurate to cars and whatnot, it's not quite the game for you. But if you're just interested in a pastime game, then it's a lot of fun. And it's not just cars, as you can see. It's got segways, tractors, and even bikes. This is the normal car. I'm just going to leave it there while I give my outro. Anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 because it's obviously not perfect, but yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I hope that you take inspiration from this and download or don't download this video, this game. Sorry, and I hope that you did enjoy this video and will watch it. Thank you very much for watching, if you still are, that is. Thank you very much for staying with me. I know it's one of my longer videos, 9 minutes. But anyway, thank you. Feel free to subscribe and like, and comment for ideas of videos that you might want in the future. Bye!